Hello, I'm Nick Barratt, and I've been talking here at the show about digital family history, or researching your roots in the digital age, because we're living through one of the great revolutions in human history, the digital revolution. And there have been all of these challenges to the way we research our past over centuries. This is nothing new in that sense. But we are embracing new technology, and we're also being led by that technology. So we're going to have to adapt. But we also have to reflect on where that technology is taking us in terms of our data, and also what sort of legacy we're creating for the next generation, who will be as curious about us as we are about our great-grandparents. So there's, I think, a question about how we archive our material. We're being led towards social media platforms, as well as the dataset companies like Ancestry, Find My Past, My Heritage. But I would just pose the question, how secure is that information? Is it ours? Is it theirs? So maybe there's a role for a new generation of almost anti-social social media platforms, where we can create secure digital shoeboxes for all of our wonderful photographs and thoughts, maybe even our mini websites that we've created, that we can work on in a safe, secure manner, but maybe pass on to new people in our family tree for years to come. I think also we're changing the methodology by which we research. And just musing myself around what I do, I tend to start with paper, so I've gathered the information together. I will then store my research notes safely and securely as much as possible on the cloud, rather than uploading it to one of these platforms. But if I have a particular question where I think that a community approach will help me, I may upload a part of my family tree. So I'm using these platforms almost as research solutions rather than a means of storing all of my content. So I think we do have to just have a thought around what it is we're trying to do when we put material online. But the final part of my talk has been around well-being, and the fact that no matter how much we embrace digital technology, new data sets or means of storing, we need to focus on what works for us. And we must not lose sight of the fact that what we are doing is sharing stories, finding out about things, but in a very social context. And for that reason, I see that there is a really important role for family history societies, as well as new groups, both online and offline, U3A for example, to come together and socialise. Because that, as evidence is beginning to show us, is where the real well-being comes from. But it's also where we celebrate our shared humanity, which is the real purpose why we started in the first place.